The next morning, Lisa placed the old envelope on the table. Her father, Jenny's father, and Jenny were all there. Lisa looked at them seriously. I spent years believing I had to find the truth alone. I was wrong. Whoever killed my mother knew exactly how to hide their tracks, and if that person is still out there, I need all of you with me. Her father nodded. You have my men, my resources, and everything I know about that night. Your mother deserves justice. Jenny's father added firmly, and you have mine. I kept silent because I wanted to protect you, but I won't hide anything anymore. Lisa looked at both men. Then, from today, we work together. No more secrets between us. Every piece of evidence, every name, every suspicious movement, we share everything. Jenny stepped forward. And me? Lisa immediately shook her head. You stay out of the investigation. Jenny frowned. Why? Because you're the person I need to protect the most. I can help you. I know you can, Lisa replied softly. That's exactly why I don't want you anywhere near the danger. If someone discovers that we're investigating your father's connection to my mother's last night, they could come after you. Jenny looked at her. Then let me at least stay beside you. Lisa took her hand. You already are. So, later that day, Lisa gave strict instructions to her security team. From now on, Jenny doesn't go anywhere alone. 2 guards stay with her inside the mansion, and another team follows whenever she leaves. Nobody gets close to her without being identified first. Jenny's father nodded. I'll increase the mansion's security tonight. Lisa's father added, and I'll put my own people around the perimeter. Whoever is watching this family will have a much harder time getting near her. Jenny sighed. I'm starting to feel like a princess in a prison. Lisa smiled slightly. Better a protected princess than an injured one. Jenny crossed her arms. You're enjoying this? Not even a little. You're smiling because you're cute when you're angry. Jenny tried not to smile. This is serious. Lisa's expression immediately softened. I know. She gently touched Jenny's hand. That's why I'm taking it seriously. So, that evening, the investigation officially began. Lisa's father brought old business records. Jenny's father brought security reports from the night Lisa's mother died. Lisa placed everything across the large table. We start here. She pointed to the timeline. My mother met Jenny's father that night. Someone knew about that meeting, someone knew where they were going, and someone had enough power to erase the evidence afterward. Jenny's father nodded. There were only a few people who knew about that meeting. Lisa looked at him. Then those people become our first suspects. Her father opened another file. There is one more thing. Several security records from that night disappeared. Lisa's eyes narrowed. Then someone had access to the system. Jenny looked at the documents. So whoever killed Lisa's mother may have had someone helping them from inside. Lisa nodded. Exactly. She looked around the room. My mother didn't just die that night. Someone deliberately erased the truth afterward. Her voice became firm. I don't care how powerful they are or how long it takes. I'm going to find them. Jenny reached for her hand. And you're not doing it alone. Lisa looked at her. For the first time, the investigation wasn't just Lisa's mission. Lisa, her father, Jenny's father, and Jenny were now united by one goal: to uncover the truth and finally give Lisa's mother the justice she deserved. The investigation continued late into the night. Old documents, security reports, business records, and photographs covered the table. Lisa suddenly stopped turning the pages. Wait. Jenny's father looked at her. What did you find? Lisa pointed to an old security report. This timestamp. Her father leaned closer. The warehouse camera went offline at 11:42 p.m. Lisa shook her head. That wasn't random. My mother's last call was at 11:39. Jenny's eyes widened. So someone disabled the cameras before the attack. Exactly. Lisa's father picked up another document. And look at this. The security system was accessed using an employee's credentials. Lisa looked at him. Who? He slowly gave her a name. Daniel Park. Lisa frowned. I don't recognize him. Jenny's father shook his head. He wasn't a senior employee. He worked in the logistics department. Lisa immediately asked, "Where is he now?" Her father looked uncomfortable. "That's the strange part." "What?" "He disappeared 3 days after your mother's death." Silence filled the room. Lisa stared at the document. "Then we find him." Jenny stepped closer. "Do you think he killed your mother?" Lisa shook her head. "I don't know." She looked at the photograph attached to the report. "But he may know who did." Later that night, Lisa was standing outside the mansion when Jenny came to her. "You're still thinking about him?" Lisa nodded. "I can't stop." Jenny gently held her hand. "You'll find the truth." Lisa looked at her. "What if the truth is worse than I imagine?" "Then we'll face it together." Lisa smiled faintly. "You always make everything sound so simple." "Because you're not alone anymore." Lisa pulled Jenny into a gentle embrace. For a moment, the investigation disappeared from her mind. Then Lisa's phone suddenly rang. Her father's voice came through. "We found Daniel." Lisa immediately pulled away. "Where?" A pause. "Alive." Lisa's eyes widened. "Where is he?" Her father's voice became serious. "That's the problem." He lowered his voice. "He contacted us first." Lisa frowned. "What did he say?" "He said he knows who killed your mother." Lisa's heart stopped. "Then where is he?" Another pause. "He wants to meet you." Lisa looked at Jenny. "When?" "Tonight." Lisa's expression hardened. "Where?" Her father gave her the location, then added, "Lisa, come prepared." Lisa ended the call. Jenny looked worried. "It's dangerous, isn't it?" Lisa nodded. "Probably." Jenny immediately said, "Then I'm coming with you." Lisa shook her head. "No." "But—" "Jenny, this time I need you to trust me." Jenny reluctantly nodded. Lisa kissed her forehead gently. "I'll come back." Then she walked toward her car. Neither of them noticed the dark vehicle parked across the street. Inside, someone was watching Lisa leave. A phone was lifted. "She's going to the meeting." A cold voice answered from the other end. "Good." A pause. "Let her come." Tonight she'll finally learn what really happened to her mother. Lisa's investigation team had finally made progress. For days, they had been tracing the anonymous messages and the photographs that had been sent to Jenny. Lisa stood in the middle of the operations room while several files were placed in front of her. "Run the numbers again. I want every call, every message, every photograph traced back to the original source. I don't care how long it takes." Her father looked at the screen. "We found something." Lisa immediately turned toward him. "What?" The photographs weren't sent from different people. They all came through different numbers, but the original source was the same. Jenny's father stepped closer. "So there was only one person controlling everything?" "Not one person," Lisa replied. "A group." She looked at the files, "and we finally know who they are." Her father placed a photograph on the table. "They were connected to the people who were involved in the attack on your mother." Lisa stared at the photograph. Her hands slowly tightened. "So all this time, they were watching Jenny because they knew I was investigating." Jenny's father nodded. "They wanted you distracted." Lisa's eyes hardened. "Then the messages weren't just threats." "No," her father said quietly. "They were warnings." Lisa suddenly understood. "They wanted me to stop." Her father looked at her. "And when you didn't—" Lisa's phone suddenly rang. She answered immediately. "Hello?" The voice on the other end was panicked. "Lisa, we have a serious problem." Lisa's expression changed. "What happened?" "It's Jenny." Lisa froze. "What about her?" There was a brief silence. "She's been kidnapped." Lisa's entire face went pale. "What?" Her father immediately stood up. "Lisa." She put the call on speaker. The voice continued. "We lost contact with her security team about 20 minutes ago. When we reached the location, the guards were unconscious." Lisa's breathing became heavier. "Where is she?" "We're trying to locate her phone." Lisa's father immediately began giving orders. "Lock down the mansion. Send every available team to search the roads and surrounding areas." Lisa grabbed her coat. I'm going. Jenny's father caught her arm. Lisa, wait. Think before you move. Lisa pulled away. They have Jenny. I know. His voice broke with fear, but that's exactly what they want. If you rush there without knowing where she is, they'll get you too. Lisa stared at him. I don't care what they want. She's alone and terrified. Her phone suddenly received a message. Everyone went silent. Lisa opened it. There was a photograph. Jenny was sitting in a dark room, her hands tied, tears on her face. Lisa's heart shattered. No. Under the photograph was a message. You wanted the truth about your mother's death. Now you'll lose someone you love the same way. Another message appeared. Your mother couldn't escape us. Jenny won't either. Lisa's eyes filled with rage. They're going to kill her. Jenny's father looked at the photograph. Where did they take her? Lisa stared at the screen. I don't know. Her father stepped beside her. Then we find her before they get the chance. Lisa wiped her tears and looked at her father. Find the location. We will. Lisa's voice became cold. And when we find them, nobody touches Jenny. Her father nodded. Lisa picked up the photograph again. She could barely look at Jenny's frightened face. I promised her I'd protect her. Her voice broke. I promised I'd come back. Then Lisa looked toward the door. And I'm bringing her home. Suddenly, another message arrived. This time, there were only a few words. Come alone, Lisa. Or Jenny dies. Lisa stared at the message. Her father's expression became grim, because they both understood. This was no longer just an investigation for justice. It had become a race to save Jenny's life. Lisa finally traced the kidnappers to an abandoned warehouse outside the city. She didn't wait. With her father, Jenny's father, and their security teams, she surrounded the building. Everyone stays in position. Jenny comes first. Nobody fires unless absolutely necessary. Lisa entered the warehouse. Jenny! A weak voice answered from the darkness. Lisa's heart stopped. She followed the voice and found Jenny tied to a chair. Lisa! Lisa rushed toward her and immediately untied her. Are you hurt? Jenny shook her head, tears streaming down her face. I was so scared, I thought you wouldn't find me. Lisa pulled her into her arms. I told you I'd come back. I told you I'd never leave you. Jenny buried her face against Lisa's chest and cried. I knew you'd come. Lisa held her tightly. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. This isn't your fault. Suddenly, footsteps echoed behind them. Lisa turned around. The man responsible for the kidnapping stepped forward. You should have stayed away from the past. Lisa stood in front of Jenny. You killed my mother. The man smiled. She knew too much. Lisa's father entered with the others. You're finished. The man's expression changed. Jenny's father held up the evidence they had collected. We have your messages, the photographs, the security records, the financial transfers, and the records connecting you to the attack that killed Lisa's mother. The man's smile disappeared. You can't prove anything. Lisa looked at him coldly. We already did. Her father added, Everything has been handed over to the authorities. Your entire network is being arrested tonight. The man looked around desperately. Lisa stepped closer. You took my mother from me. You tried to take Jenny from me too. Her voice trembled with anger. But you failed. The authorities arrived and arrested the man along with the remaining criminals. Lisa stood silently as they were taken away. For years she had imagined this moment. She thought she would feel satisfaction. Instead, she felt tears running down her face. Her mother finally had justice, but the pain of losing her had never truly disappeared. Jenny slowly walked toward her. Lisa turned around. The moment she saw Jenny, she broke down. I finally found them. Jenny immediately hugged her. Lisa buried her face against Jenny's shoulder and cried. My mother can finally rest. Jenny held her tightly. She would be proud of you. Lisa cried harder. I wanted justice for her for so many years. And you got it. Lisa looked at Jenny through her tears. But I almost lost you. Jenny gently held her face. You didn't. Lisa pulled her into another tight embrace. I love you. Jenny whispered. I love you too. They stayed in each other's arms while their families watched quietly. For the first time, Lisa wasn't chasing revenge. She wasn't searching for answers. She wasn't fighting the past. She had finally given her mother justice and found the person who had become her new reason to live. A few days after the kidnapping, the Kim mansion finally felt peaceful again. Jenny was safe. Lisa had stayed close to her throughout the recovery, refusing to leave her side for long. That evening, both families gathered in the living room. Lisa's father looked at her proudly. "You did what I couldn't do all those years. You found the people responsible and finally gave your mother the justice she deserved." Lisa smiled softly. "I couldn't have done it without everyone." Jenny's father nodded. "You protected my daughter when she needed you most. Whatever happened between us before, I know one thing now. You truly love her." Lisa looked at Jenny. Jenny smiled shyly. Her father stood up. Then he walked toward Lisa. Everyone became quiet. He took Jenny's hand gently and placed it into Lisa's. Lisa looked surprised. "Sir?" Jenny's father smiled. "I spent so much time trying to keep you two apart because I was afraid of what could happen." He looked at Jenny. "But I saw what happened when she was taken from us. I saw how Lisa risked everything to bring her home." Then he looked at Lisa. "You may have entered her life with a secret, but you proved that your feelings for her became real." Lisa's eyes became emotional. "Thank you," Jenny's father continued. "So I'm not going to stand between you anymore." He gently squeezed Jenny's hand. "If you truly want to be with my daughter, then I give you my blessing." Jenny immediately looked at Lisa. Lisa smiled. "I do." Her father laughed softly. "Then there's only one thing left." Jenny looked confused. "What?" He smiled. "We'll arrange your marriage." Jenny's eyes widened. "Dad!" Everyone laughed. Lisa looked at Jenny teasingly. "What, scared?" Jenny whispered. "Maybe a little?" Lisa leaned closer. "Don't worry, I'll annoy you for the rest of your life." Jenny smiled. "That's exactly what I'm afraid of." Lisa gently held her hand. "But I'll also protect you, respect you, and love you." Jenny's eyes filled with tears. "I'll hold you to that." Lisa smiled. "Forever." Their families watched them with proud smiles. After everything they had been through, secrets, danger, betrayal, and fear, Lisa and Jenny finally had their family's blessing. And this time their love wasn't a secret. It was a promise. The morning of the wedding finally arrived. The Kim mansion was filled with flowers, lights, music, and laughter. Both families were busy preparing everything while Jenny sat in her room, staring at herself in the mirror. She looked beautiful in her wedding dress, but her hands were trembling. Her mother entered and smiled. "Nervous?" Jenny took a deep breath. "A little. I keep thinking about everything that happened between us. I never imagined that the girl I secretly met because our families were supposed to stay apart would one day be standing at the altar waiting for me." Her mother gently touched her shoulder. "And are you happy?" Jenny smiled through her nervousness. "More than I've ever been." Meanwhile, Lisa stood in another room wearing her suit. Her father adjusted her collar. "You look like your mother would have been proud to see you today." Lisa's eyes became emotional. "I wish she could have been here." Her father smiled. "She is part of this day. Everything you did to uncover the truth, everything you fought for. You finally gave her justice, and now you're starting your own life." Lisa nodded. "I never thought I'd find love while searching for revenge." Her father laughed softly. "Life rarely follows our plans." Lisa smiled. Jenny definitely didn't. At the ceremony, the music began. Everyone turned toward the entrance. Jenny slowly walked forward. Lisa's eyes immediately found her. For a moment, she forgot everyone else was there. Jenny reached the altar. Lisa smiled. "You look beautiful," Jenny whispered. "You're not supposed to make me cry before the ceremony even starts." Lisa smiled. "I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Let me have at least one sentence." Jenny laughed softly. "You can have as many as you want." The ceremony began. When it was time for their vows, Lisa took Jenny's hands. I know our story didn't begin perfectly. I came into your life carrying secrets, and I hurt you before I understood how much you meant to me. But you showed me that love doesn't have to be about power, revenge, or fear. You taught me how to trust someone again." Jenny's eyes filled with tears. Lisa continued, "I promise you that I'll never make you question whether you're loved. I'll protect you, but I'll also respect you. I'll stand beside you when life is easy, and I'll hold your hand when everything becomes difficult. I don't want a life where you're simply someone beside me. I want you to be my home." Jenny smiled through her tears. Then it was her turn. "Lisa, when I first met you, I was afraid of you. You were cold, mysterious, and impossible to understand. I never imagined that the same person would become the one I would trust with my entire heart." Lisa smiled. Jenny continued, "You lied to me once, and it hurt more than I can explain. But you didn't run from your mistakes. You told me the truth. You fought for my safety, and you proved that your love wasn't another lie." She squeezed Lisa's hands. "I don't promise that we'll never fight or that everything will always be perfect. But I promise that when things become difficult, I'll stay. I'll listen. I'll choose you again and again, just like I'm choosing you today." Lisa's eyes filled with tears. Jenny smiled. "You were once the person I was never supposed to love." She paused. "And now you're the person I can't imagine living without." Everyone smiled. The officiant finally said, "By the promises you've made today, you are now married." Lisa looked at Jenny. "So, wife?" Jenny laughed. "Wife." Lisa smiled. "I like that." Jenny whispered. "Then stop staring and kiss your wife." Lisa laughed. "With pleasure." They shared a gentle kiss as everyone applauded. When they pulled apart, Jenny whispered, "Happy now?" Lisa smiled. "Not yet. What else?" "I've got the rest of our lives to make you happy." Jenny smiled and held her hand tighter. "Then let's start." A few days after their wedding, Lisa quietly took Jenny somewhere without telling her where they were going. Jenny looked out of the car window. "Lisa, where are we going? You've been unusually quiet since we left." Lisa smiled softly. "You'll know soon." When the car finally stopped, Lisa stepped out carrying a beautiful bouquet of white flowers. Jenny followed her. Then she saw the cemetery. Her expression softened. "Lisa." Lisa nodded. "My mother." They walked together toward the grave. Lisa placed the flowers gently in front of the gravestone and stood silently for a moment. Jenny slowly moved beside her and held her hand. Lisa took a deep breath. "Mom, I'm finally here." Her voice trembled. "I spent so many years coming here angry. I wanted answers. I wanted revenge. I wanted to know who took you away from me." She wiped away a tear. "But today, I'm standing here with something I never thought I'd have." Lisa looked at Jenny. "My wife." Jenny smiled through her tears. Lisa continued, "I wish you could have met her. She's kind, stubborn, caring, and sometimes she drives me completely crazy." Jenny laughed softly. "Sometimes?" Lisa smiled. "Okay, most of the time." Jenny gently nudged her. Lisa looked back at the grave. "But Mom, she's also the person who taught me that my life didn't have to end with your death. She helped me understand that getting justice for you didn't mean I had to spend the rest of my life living in anger." Her voice became emotional. "I found the truth. I gave you justice. And somehow, while I was searching for you, I found my own future." Lisa squeezed Jenny's hand. "She is my future." Jenny's eyes filled with tears. Lisa looked at the gravestone again. "I hope you're happy for me." She smiled through her tears. "I finally have someone who makes me feel safe, someone who stays when things become difficult, someone who reminds me that love can be stronger than everything that happened to us." Jenny stepped closer. "Can I say something to her?" Lisa nodded. Jenny looked at the grave. "Hello." She smiled shyly. "I'm Jenny, your son." Lisa immediately laughed. "Your daughter." Jenny laughed too. "Right, your daughter-in-law." She took a breath. "I know we never got to meet, but thank you for raising the woman I love. She pretends to be cold and scary, but she's actually the most protective and caring person I've ever known. Lisa looked at her. Are you exposing me at my mother's grave? Jenny smiled. It's my duty as your wife. They both laughed. Then Jenny became emotional again. I promise I'll take care of her. I'll stand beside her even when she's stubborn. I'll remind her to smile when she forgets how. And I'll love her for the rest of my life. Lisa's eyes filled with tears. She pulled Jenny into a warm embrace. Mom, you heard that, right? Jenny rested her head against Lisa's shoulder. Lisa whispered, I brought you my life partner. She looked at the grave one last time. Please give us your blessing. A gentle breeze moved through the trees. Jenny held Lisa's hand tighter. Maybe that's her answer. Lisa smiled. Maybe. They stood together for a while. Then Lisa gently kissed Jenny's forehead. Ready to go home, wife? Jenny smiled. Wherever you are, that's home. Lisa's eyes softened. Then let's go home. They walked away hand in hand. Before leaving, Lisa turned around one last time. Goodbye, Mom. She smiled. I'll come back again, but next time I'll bring you even more stories about us. Jenny laughed. And I'll make sure she tells you all the embarrassing ones. Lisa shook her head. Absolutely not. Their laughter slowly faded as they walked toward the car. The past had finally stopped controlling their lives. Lisa had found justice. Jenny had found love. Their families had found peace. And two people who were never supposed to fall in love had somehow found their way to each other. The end.